chain. Then baller did the chain. Torn off for the watch. Prezi plain Jane. Ride with the mob. Alhamdulillah. Check in with me and do your job. Berg is the name. Then baller did the chain. Torn off for the watch. Prezi plain Jane. Ride with the mob. Alhamdulillah. Check in with me and do your job. Berg is the name. Then baller did the chain. Torn off for the watch. Prezi plain Jane. With the mob, alhamdulillah. Check in with me and do your job. Berg is the name. Then baller did the chain. Torn off for the watch. Prezi plain Jane. Ride with the mob, alhamdulillah. Check in with me and do your job. Berg is the name. Then baller did the chain. Torn off for the watch. Prezi plain Jane.
Scary question. What do you think would have happened if Donald Trump was president on 9/11? Because what's scary is you can imagine anything. Yeah. I can imagine him going, well, the building should have been made out of Trump steel, sad.
Completely.
And I can also imagine him nuking Venezuela.
Yes.
And
GONZO Radio. Tired of the same old radio talk show? There is an alternative. This is GONZO Radio.
And we're back. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the GONZO Radio Show. I'm Big Daddy Gonzo. Sitting across from me in now sepia tones is our resident dog enthusiast. Wait, I've got something for that. I've got some. Wait, it's in there somewhere.
That's what she said.
Haha, I know. And there we are. That's Ms. Lisa Kokoris. Our resident canine enthusiast, and you've gone beyond canine enthusiast. You are a dogaholic now.
Yes, dogaholic. Dogaholic. On my way to recovery. Not really. I'm gonna go rescue more dogs.
Oh my God. So is there a 12-step recovery for this?
There is no 12-step recovery for this, Gonzo. There's no getting out. Once you're in, you're in. That's it. I'm in deep, baby. I'm in deep.
Once it gets down to 12 dogs, then maybe, just maybe, you might have a problem.
Well, we're never going to get there because I like living inside the house with my husband. I don't want to get thrown out on the street with all those dogs. So,
yeah, I told him, I said, it's going to stop at 12. Watch, 12 dogs, and then you're going to stop. So who's in the chat room? Have we got to be in the chat room yet so they can tell us how horrible our light and sound are?
Well, we've got some people watching now. I see Kevin is there since he's not here with us. He's
yes,
there.
Kevin
he's with us in spirit.
He's got the ick.
Chris Turner, the Chris Turner, apparently. Not just Chris Turner, but the Chris Turner is here.
Well, how's our sound and light, though, people? How's everything going? Is everything all right?
Yeah,
is
can
everything
you hear
good?
us this time? Is it all right?
Yeah, and
Debbie Emil.
Oh, Debbie has returned.
Finally, yay!
Debbie's been very busy.
Keep getting close to meeting Debbie Emil in person, and it just doesn't seem to happen.
It'll happen eventually.
One of these days.
Hey, look, there's my title. Hi, how you doing? Hey, yeah, brand new stuff. We're, like I said, I'm still working on the smooth and fluid transitional nature of the show. But I've got all the cube zoom down, and there's Lisa, and then I'm back, and I love the cube zoom. The cube zoom's the bomb. So we've got a lot to unpack. I say that every week, but we have got a lot to unpack and short time to get there. And we're going to get right after it because been noticing even more of a freak out after the March for our lives that happened on Saturday, on March 24th. An estimated 10 million plus marched around the country, including 500,000 in Washington, D.C., 10,000 right down the street at Ground Zero for said march at Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School. And it was quite an event. And one thing that I've noticed is that the opposite side of the equation has gotten a little nasty, shall we say, or testy.
Testes.
Testes, yes, testes. It's kind of ridiculous how now we're bullying the kids. Literally bullying kids who are shot at. Memes, making fun of the kids, calling the kids subversives. So the desperation's starting to show a little bit. The cracks are starting to show. But I've got one question, and maybe you can answer this, Lisa.
Let's see.
Why?
No, I can't answer that.
Nobody
I have
can
no
answer,
answer for that,
Nobody
Gonzo.
can answer why. Well, the answer really is that it's growing pains. It's growing pains for our country. It's growing pains for society. And unfortunately, these people, especially the counter protesters. By the way, where are these protests by the millions for all these millions of gun owners and advocates of the Second Amendment? Where are all these protests? Can you drum up 10 million? I'm sincerely saying that. We'll take you seriously. If you can come up with the same numbers, we'll take you seriously. I've heard excuses. We don't need to protest. We don't need to march. We have the Second Amendment. Okay, well, excuse me, but if you got an equal number of people, then you have an equal argument. I'll say that you definitely have an equal argument. I won't argue with you about it. But a lot of people know I am a gun owner, and I do believe in the Second Amendment, but it's an old law. Yeah, it's an old law. And some of these older laws, some of these older constitutional amendments, they need polishing to keep up with the 21st century. I know we're all paranoid about the tyranny. Lisa, have you experienced any tyranny in the recent past?
I think we both know the answer to that, of course.
Tyranny, tyrants.
Tyranny, tyrants, crazy people.
The only tyranny I'm seeing right now is I'm seeing tyranny on Facebook, harassing these poor kids, death threats, giving these kids death threats. I'm not giving up my guns. Nobody wants you to give up your guns, Bubba. Nobody wants you to give them up.
That's the same thing that everybody's been crying about for the longest time. Is everybody's afraid everybody's going to take their guns away. I'm a gun owner too. You know, I own guns. I have a concealed weapons permit. I have an FBI background check. I have my fingerprints on file. I'm going to walk in, and I walked in, I bought my Glock, I bought my handgun. It took me about 5 minutes. You know why? Because I have a concealed weapons permit, and I've already had all my background checks done. If kids and crazy people can just walk in somewhere and buy a gun just willy-nilly, this is crazy talk. I don't care if it's a revolver. I don't care if it's a musket, because that's the big argument too, is that, oh, they were talking about muskets, not semi-automatic weapons. Doesn't matter what kind of gun it is. That gun, a musket in the hands of a crazy person is dangerous. And an AR-15 in the hands of a well-trained, sane person is not going to be dangerous. Simple as that, in my opinion, in my humble opinion.
Well, your opinion's not wrong. But what we're getting is we're getting the same hyperbolic freak out on the internet. And it's really weird when you're trying to agree with somebody and they still want to fight. They're like, I don't care if no, you're wrong. And no, I'm agreeing with you, but you're on Facebook and you want to fight the good Facebook fight. And, fight it up. What can I tell you? It's really useless. And frankly, when the Lifetime movie comes out, the ABC After School special comes out, you're going to be the bad guys. You're going to be the bad guys. It's as simple as that. You're going to be the villain. Who would be the villain? Who would play the villain in that Lifetime movie that comes out on the Lifetime channel?
Well, it depends what villain is he playing.
Well, it would be a villain.
Is he playing someone in particular, like that idiot Rick Santorum?
Oh, Rick Santorum. We'll get to him in a second.
I know.
But
he's your favorite person right now.
Yeah. Speaking of another guy who had something stupid to say about the kids. But before we get to Rick Santorum, we have to get to Facebook. Speaking of the home of hyperbolic screaming freakouts.
Yes, you started telling me about this. I don't know. I didn't know what you were talking about earlier today. You have to explain this to me.
Oh, I get to explain. I get to explain it to you.
Hold my hand and explain it to me like I'm a small child.
That's not a hard concept. Okay, so what we have is Cambridge Analytics, which is one of those analytic data mining companies that Facebook had allowed access to 50 million members' personal information. And the analytics were used, keywords, phrases, things like that would stimulate people and influence people to do whatever it is you want. And Cambridge Analytics was run by Steve Bannon, who at the time happened to be Donald Trump's campaign manager. So there's some hooky-doo going on there, and Mark Zuckerberg has been called to stand tall before the man, otherwise known as a congressional hearing, and their stock is plummeting. I don't. Do I have copy on there? No. Okay. Mm-mm. Wait. Yep. Yes, I do.
Do you?
Oh yeah. I got a good one for you too. Okay. Here we go. Okay. Okay. So the FTC, the Federal Trade Commission, said Monday today, it has opened an investigation into Facebook's privacy practices. How's it going there, Zuck? Anyway, I promised I wasn't going to curse. The FTC said it was probing whether Facebook violated a 2011 agreement, settling claims it was deceiving users about its privacy policy. At the time, the company was accused of repeatedly allowing consumers' private data to be shared and made public or mined by companies like Cambridge Analytica. The new investigation was prompted by last week's revelations that Cambridge Analytica, you can hear that a lot, a political data firm in the UK that worked for President Donald Trump's 2016 campaign, misused data harvested from 50 million Facebook users' accounts. Facebook shares fell more than 5% following the FTC statement, continuing a drop of more than 23% from the peak on February 1st. The only way you get a billionaire's attention is cost of money. And right now, it's costing Zuckerberg value in his cool thing, which is now starting to turn out to be the big brother that everybody's been worried about. Mm-hmm. And it boggles the mind. Another mind-boggling thing that happened last night, and I know you missed this one, the Stormy Daniels interview.
Yeah, I missed that one kind of on purpose, I have to admit. I'm sorry, I apologize.
Why?
I really have no interest. First off, everybody sticks their dick everywhere, okay? So all these, there's no one whose hands are clean when you want to run for political office, okay? Yeah. Everybody's got stuff in their closet, skeletons here, skeletons there. So it just doesn't make just stop making me laugh. Now you made me run off track.
Well, no, everybody sticks their dick everywhere.
Yeah, so this guy was a rich guy. This guy was a highfalutin type of a guy. He had power. He had money. She was, she said, I didn't say it wasn't consensual. I know she said that she said it was consensual. It wasn't as if it wasn't consensual sex. But the guy paid you to shut your mouth. If you're that kind of a, hooker, aren't you supposed to take the money and do what you're supposed to do when you get the money, when you get paid? I thought that was kind of the deal.
Well, that's the way I thought the deal was.
So that's why it's always worked for you. I know the girls that I see leave here, they don't say word. They walk out quiet, underwear hanging out of their purse.
There's no underwear hanging out of anywhere. There's a small bag in the back of my closet. Anyway, enough about me. That's all happening, and it's just gets funnier every day. But then we get back to the issue of the kids' protests and the gun control protests and that movement. And then we get a schmuck like our good buddy, Mr. Rick Santorum, whom I cannot fucking stand. That didn't go how I wanted it to go. It totally didn't go how I wanted it to go. So let's
just look at him. Doesn't he just look like a creep?
Beyond a creep. That's yeah.
He just looks like a horrible person.
I
don't like to judge a book by the cover, but sometimes when you look at that cover, it tells all you need to know about what's inside.
That's true. Okay, now that I've got the overlay, why don't I turn things over to you, Lisa, and tell us about this douchebag? Oh wait!
I was
Before
gonna say,
before
don't
you
you have
douchebag,
something to,
before you douchebag, let me douchebag. Wait! I got him. It's in here somewhere. See, this is the reason why I need a producer, because I lose track of where I'm supposed to be, and then
can't walk and chew gum at the same time.
Oh my God!
Douchebag of the week. Douchebag of the week. Douchebag of Douchebag of the week.
And there she is. Okay, so now that we've got that settled, it's like I said,
Working the bugs out, quite literally.
and literally as we speak. So, Mr. Rick Santorum.
So he's our douchebag of the week.
Oh, yeah.
Congratulations, Rick. Get your trophy right off to you. Former U.S. Senator and presidential candidate Rick Santorum suggested on Sunday that students concerned about gun violence in their schools should learn how to revive wounded people instead of asking lawmakers to solve their problems. I'm sorry, I should use the bunny ears. To solve their problems.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, Santorum, Pennsylvania Republican, made the remarks on CNN's State of the Union one day after an estimated 200,000 people participated in the student-led March for Our Lives in Washington demanding stricter gun control laws. He also said, how about kids, instead of looking for someone else to solve their problem, do something about maybe taking CPR classes or trying to deal with situations where there's a violent shooter. What a dick. What an idiot.
He's the kind of guy that would put a Band-Aid on a bullet wound. But we're talking about a guy who his nickname in the homosexual community has been changed. Hi, I'm back. Yeah, I've been jibber jabbering for nothing. But his last name has been turned into the it's turned into the adjective for truffle butter. Are you familiar with what truffle butter is?
I'm familiar what truffle butter is as far as like when I watch Top Chef.
No, this is not Top Chef
else?
truffle butter.
Is this like Urban Dictionary stuff, like a Grumpy Munchkin and things like that?
Yes, it certainly is. It's
gotcha. Okay.
It would be the after effects of butt sex. Catching one in the booty hole. Yeah, and I can see by the look on your face, you're like, I got nothing.
I'm still waiting for the punchline. For me, booty sex, there's no punchline there for me.
Right.
Like, okay, so booty sex.
But the punchline is that we're talking about a super religious, super right-wing Christian guy who, when he ran for president, he openly talked and trashed the LGBTQ community, openly trashed them. So they trashed him back, and they made his name a Google search for that truffle butter. And his name came up in searches for pictures and videos of the deep, hard booty. And it's pretty disgusting, and it's pretty apropos, if you will, pardon my French. I mean...
Well, I don't know.
The dog doesn't like it either.
Amy's horrified. Amy Fairfeller.
Okay, so
She's not supposed to bark when there's no other dogs here, but he's got neighbors with crazy dogs out there barking.
yeah, well, and you know, openly talking about anal sex might have upset her too.
Upset my dog.
Yes, I think it might have. All right, so wait, let's go. Are you all right? Are you all right, Amy?
You okay,
Are
Amy?
you okay?
All right, my love.
Yeah. Well, it's a good thing that the dog piped in and ended this segment so that we can get to the break.
Just in the nick of time.
And yeah, well, and we can end this and we can go to the break and we can bring you our pet of the week.
Yay!
Coming at you.
My favorite part of the show.
Right after this.
Say, baby, you wanna lay down with me? Say, baby, you wanna lay down by my side? Baby, do you wanna lay down with me? Say, baby! Say, baby! As if it were a meal ago. Said Tommy the cat, is he real back to clear whatever foreign matter that may have nestled its way into his mighty throat? Many a fat alley rat had met his demise while staring point blank down the cavernous barrel of this awesome prowling machine. Truly a wonder of nature, the serpent predator. Tommy the cat had many a story to tell, but it was a rare occasion such as this that he did. Sliding on down the alleyway like butter dripping off a hot biscuit. The aroma of the mean scent was enough to arouse suspicion even the oldest of the tigers that hung around the hot spot in those days. The sight was beyond belief. Many a head snap for double. Even triple takes this vivacious feline made her way into the delta of the alleyway, where the most virile young cabbies were known to hang out. They hung in droves. Such a multitude of masculinity could only be found in one place, and that was O'Malley's Island. Thick with catcalls, no pun intended, but not even a muscle in her neck did twitch as she sauntered straight into the heart of the alleyway. She knew what she wanted. She was looking for that stubble. He got you wanna lay down by my side? Baby, do you wanna lay down with me? Say, baby, say, baby.
GONZO Radio.
Oop, I forgot to put the dang thing on there. Hey, it was a good thing, too, because I was trying to put the stinger on at the end myself. I was scrambling around, and I outsmarted myself. Welcome back to the GONZO Radio Show, where the bugs are getting slowly but surely worked out. I mean, it's not, we're not as buggy as we were before.
Well, that's a matter of opinion.
What?
I still don't look great. I still am way cuter than this.
You're sepia toned.
I know, and this light is still a little harsh. I don't have my Mariah Carey gel on the light that I asked you for at the new studio.
It's okay. We're going to get new light bars. This is a pretty good lighting substitute, actually. It's a lamp. It is. It's a lamp, and it's not bad. I mean, you know, it's on my good side. So
you have a good side?
Shut up, yo. It's a front. I mean, you know, yeah. Ha ha ha.
Very funny.
I left the camera on you though. You are the eye candy now, I guess. But
now because Kevin's not here, is that why?
Yeah, because Kevin's not here. God knows we got to have Kevin for the eye candy.
I didn't realize I should have worn my bandana. If I knew he wasn't going to be here, I would have worn my bandana tonight. Cover this hot mess up on the top of my head.
Oh, let's not get started with that. Good Lord. I forgot to mention also in sports the NCAA tournament. Big ups for Loyola Chicago, the Chicago-based Catholic school.
Sure.
That's gotten themselves into the Final Four, no less. I mean, not that you follow basketball. Nothing like a nice microphone. Bonk. But other than that, why don't we get to the task at hand, Lisa? Let me go ahead and get you on this. Say hi to the nice people.
Hi, nice people.
And then what I will do is I will attempt to overlay.
Interesting.
Technical terms. I will overlay your pet of the week. If you are, let's get restarted here. Get all the way back to the beginning because we have to do that. There it is. Okay. And whenever you're ready, and go.
Well, I'm going to introduce you guys this week to Marley Moe. And Marley Moe was left at the vet's office and never picked up by his owner.
Bastards.
Some people. So Marley was caged there for 3 weeks. And that's when Good Karma stepped in and took him into the rescue. So needless to say, this poor little guy has been through a lot in his young life. And right now he is in danger of going back into boarding if we don't have a foster or an adopter for him.
He's a good-looking dog. I'm seeing the picture.
He's a really good-looking dog. He's
gorgeous.
a really sweet dog. He's been through a lot. He needs somebody who's going to, work with him because he has been through a lot. He's a very sweet, special little guy, and he needs a very special, dedicated owner or a foster. Owner and adopter would be the best thing. A foster, we would love a foster if somebody could do it. He's a loving, energetic, snuggly little Cocker Spaniel type dog. Anybody would be happy to have him as a companion. He's up to date on his vaccinations. He's fixed. He's house trained. He's heartworm negative. He's all ready to be part of somebody's family. He just needs somebody to take a little time with him. He doesn't like to be left alone. Now, I can imagine if you got left at the vet's office and your people never came back to get you either, you probably would be a little scared of being left alone yourself.
At the very least, I would be annoyed.
Oh, for sure.
But he's a good-looking dog. I mean, he looks like he's part Cocker Spaniel.
Yeah, well, we always say we say Cocker Spaniel type because we don't know where these dogs came from. We don't have any papers on them, But I mean, he's the cutest little thing. He is so adorable. Oh yeah, I would foster him myself right now.
I keep overlaying him over top of you. Not that you're not cute, but he is pretty adorable.
Yeah, he's a good boy, but he doesn't like to be left alone. So he needs somebody who maybe works from home, or somebody who's retired, somebody that's going to be around and that'll work with him. And our trainer. We have trainers that'll help work with the dogs and help him adjust to a new home and his new life and build his confidence up because that's when he's going to be fine. He's not going to have separation anxiety if he feels comfortable and he feels safe and secure in a new place. That's what happens too. We get this dog in, he gets to a foster's house and it doesn't work out because we don't know that he's going to have this situation. Now we need a different foster. He gets bounced from foster to foster. That's very unstable for the dogs too. We don't like to do that. We like to get them somewhere where they're safe and comfortable and get adjusted and then get them into a forever home.
Well, I mean, that's the thing I love about these rescue organizations is that they're taking up the slack. I mean, let's face facts: the governments and government subsidized organizations like Humane Society, they can't handle all of them.
No, well, that's part of the problem because people don't get their animals fixed. We have owner surrender dogs that come in. They're 11 years old. They've never been fixed. It's just ridiculous. The overpopulation is terrible. But this dog is great. This dog, he gets along with other dogs that are like non-pushy type dogs, very easygoing dogs. And he actually does better with other dogs around, probably because he doesn't feel so lonely. So if you're someone who's home a lot and you want to help Marley to stay out of boarding and, you know, become a better dog and a good adoptable dog, then apply now to foster. You can go to foster.goodkarmapetrescue.org and apply to be a foster, and you could say that you want to foster Marley Moe. You could go to adoptadog.goodkarmapetrescue.org, and at there you'll be able to fill out an application to adopt a dog. Fosters we always need. You know, I'm always telling you guys we always need fosters because the more dogs that we get into foster homes, the more dogs we can get out of these kill shelters so that they don't end up euthanized on death day, which is what they call it.
Yeah, no doubt about it.
So, somebody come pick Marley to love.
All right.
So cute.
All right. So that is your Good Karma Pet Rescue Pet of the Week, Marley Moe. And how can you not adopt that punim? Okay.
So cute.
So So adopt early and often.
That's right.
We're going to take a quick break, and we're going to come back with RUFKM. And I'm not allowed to say the F word because I promised. When do I ever promise that? That crazy? No, I'm not stalling because I want to go to the break and I can't get the damn video to load. All right, quick break. RUFKM right after this.
Crank the music up. Bring that shit in. Yeah, the movement's in motion with massive militant poetry. Now check this out. The white light study becomes insight for the system that this stuff teaches us to read and write. So-called facts of fraud. They want to elect and pledge about down until they're gone. Lost the culture lost. Spun on our minds and through time. Ignorance is taking over. Yo, we gotta take the power back. Bam! Here's the plan, motherfucker. Go Sam's, get back. I know who I am. Raised up the ear, drop the style like clear. It's the beat and the lyrics, they fear. The rage is relentless. We need to move it with the quickness. You are the witness of change and the counteract. We gotta take the power back. Yeah, we gotta take the power back. Come on. We gotta take the power back. The present curriculum, I put my fist in them. Eurocentric, every last one of them. See right through the red, white, and blue disguise. Lecture a bunch of the structure of life. Those in our minds and attempted to hold us back. We've got to take it back. Holes in the spirit causing tears and fears. One-sided stories for years and years and years. I'm inferior, who's inferior? Yeah, you need to check the interior of the system. Who cares about only one culture and that? So we gotta take the power back. We gotta take the power back. Come on. We gotta take the power back. Hey, yo, check. We're gonna have to break it down. Oh, shit.
class, but the lesson plan he can't recall. The students' eyes don't perceive the lies mounting on every fucking wall. Closure is well kept. I guess he fears playing the fool. The place his students sit and listen to that bullshit that he learned in school. Europe ain't my boat to swing on. Can't learn a thing from it. Yeah, we hang from it. Gotta get it, the weatherman. Like a motherfucking weatherman. Expose and close the doors on those who try to strangle and mangle the truth. Cause the circle of hatred continues unless we react. We gotta take the power back. Yeah, we gotta take the power back. Come on, come on. Yeah, we gotta take the power back. No more lies. 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 Yeah! Take it back, y'all. Take it back, I take it back, I take it back, y'all. Come on. Take it back, y'all. Take it back, I take it back, I take it back, y'all. Come on. Yeah.
Hi, and I'm back. Welcome back to the Gonzo Radio Show. Coming right back to our final segment, our final act. And wow, I sound really, really close. It's because I got the headphones on.
I was about to say, you have your headphones on, dude.
I can actually hear myself. That's amazing. I use the headphones as a monitor anyway because I know I'm loud. So it's been a pretty fun show. And before we get to the RUFKM, we have a special RUFKM contest. We're giving away a pair of tickets to the Fresh, Drunk, and Stoned tour, appearing Wednesday night, this coming Wednesday night, April 4th.
What's
So
that?
This coming, not 2 nights from now, but next in 9 days.
What is that?
That is that's a bunch of comics that are notorious for being drunken stoners. It's hosted by a friend of the show, Fat Chops. You've never met,
Okay.
but Fat Chops is the host. He's a dude that's like my size, but like 18 times funnier. He's a really funny comedian. He's actually been on a couple of the early episodes of the show when we first started out. But he's hosting, and now what you're going to have to pay attention during the entirety of RUFKM, because I'm then going to ask you the question, the key information. You're going to have to provide the key information in the chat room. For those of you in the chat room, all 6 of you. And once again, if it fits with your schedule, Wednesday night, April 4th, 9 days from now. Yeah, that's going to be happening. Also, Lisa, you have an event coming up?
Yes. Good
Hang
karma.
on, let me cube zoom you over. Hi, how you doing?
Bugs everywhere. Yeah, we have coming up the McMahon Mix and Mingle. Now, this is really great. You know, we have fantastic events. You can go to Good Karma on Facebook. I know we talked about how evil Facebook is, but go to Good Karma on Facebook, and you can go to the events page, and you'll see Saturday the 31st from 7:30 to 11:30. We're having the McMahon Mix and Mingle. The first one we had last year, we raised over about, I think, $4,000 for our medical fund, which was fantastic. There's $15 cover charge, includes unlimited food and drinks. Okay, so hello, open bar, $15, open bar. Do I need to even tell you guys anything besides $15 for an open bar? That should be all I need to say. There's going to be music. There's going to be a 50-50 raffle. There's going to be other raffles that you could get tickets for and get prizes. All the proceeds are going to go towards our rescue efforts. And we're on a mission this year to save 2,000 lives in 2018. We saved 17,000, excuse me, I wish it was 17,000. We saved 1,700 animals in 2017, and we want to save 2,000 this year. So the McMahon Mix and Mingle, it's on McMahon Island, which is 601 Northeast 3rd Street in Pompano. $15. Food, drinks, this weekend, Saturday night, 7:30
Such
to
a
11:30.
deal.
Get there. Be there.
Well, and that sounds like a lot of fun.
Oh, for sure. Our events are always a blast.
And it also sounds like such a deal, $15. I may jump all over that. But before we do that, and I know I have an intro in here somewhere. Once again, bugs. Yeah, it's
what's up, Doc?
It's okay. I'll find it because they're my bugs. Let's see. What do we got? Do. Hey, there it is. And let's go ahead and fire that bad boy up because it's time for RUFKM.
Are you fucking kidding?
Are you FKM?
Are you fucking kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me?
Are you FKM?
Are you fucking kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me?
Are you FKM?
Are you fucking kidding me?
Maybe a little bit.
Yeah, you might have to recut that one.
Yeah, well, I did actually recut that. Well, you know, I'm not a producer. Well, I am a producer now, by necessity. What? You can't hear me?
No, that's.
How about hear me now?
There you go. I was getting more feedback or something.
Oh, feedback.
Bugs.
Yes. Cockroaches crawling up the wall. No. Yeah, you got me freaking me out like that. But yeah, RUFKM. We've got a couple of very interesting. Let me dig through the paperwork here. And once again, kids, pay attention because there's free tickets to a really, really funny comedy show. Oh, here we go. Here's my copy. I got my shit together. And oh, look at that. Lisa gets to do the first read. Go ahead, Lisa. Sock it to us.
All right. Who's loving it? Not this guy. Fast food is supposed to be comfort food. At least that's what the concept when Ray Kroc started.
It's bad for you.
Yeah, it's terrible. It's disgusting. And why even eat it? Just buy it and throw it right in the toilet. It's going to be there in about 5 minutes. When Ray Kroc started McDonald's, they wanted it to be comfort food back in 54. Nice place. Come bring your little kids, get a little hamburger, Happy Meal. Okay, turns out 37-year-old Jedediah Ezekiel Fulton of Sutherland, Oregon would beg to differ because last week, Fulton was arrested on suspicion of second-degree criminal trespass and second-degree criminal mischief.
That doesn't sound too horrible.
Well, also harassment for attacking the Golden Arches. But the Golden Arches, not like someone, but the actual Golden Arches themselves.
Literally.
Exactly. Well, you know I hate that word. Well, why do you ask? Why was he so upset? What could have possibly got him so upset that he would attack the beautiful Golden Arches that you can't even have up in Coral Springs because Coral Springs is so pretty?
Didn't have the Szechuan sauce for the chicken nuggets. I know I get mad when
that
I don't have the
would piss
Szechuan
me
sauce.
off too.
That would piss me off. That would piss Rick off really
no,
bad.
he wanted 30 double cheeseburgers, and they refused to make them. Why they refused to make him 30 double cheeseburgers? I don't know. You're McDonald's. That's what you do. Make 30 double cheeseburgers for God's sakes. Anyways, he destroyed a banner before trying to attack the actual arches, all because they said no. So this is a crazy person. I think it's that food. I think it's that food that makes you crazy because there was that woman in Waco, Texas. They were taking too long for her chicken nuggets, and she wanted them for free, and she called the cops.
I mean, and you look, Amy didn't like it either.
Amy doesn't like chicken nuggets. She doesn't eat fast food.
I miss McDonald's so much. I haven't had McDonald's in so long. But the food can make you crazy. It really can. See, now when that story first came out, I said that's got to be in Florida somewhere.
Yeah, you would think, right?
I was like, that's got to be in Florida. That's got to be in like Lake City or DeLand,
Pinellas County somewhere,
or Plant City. That would be really fun. But no, it wasn't. It was in Oregon. Yeah, but also speaking of Florida, women be crazy. That's literally what the copy says. It
I
says
see that.
women be crazy. It's written by Kevin. So if this sucks, it's Kevin's fault.
It's Kevin's fault.
He's sick, but he wrote real good RUFKM stories. He went and he mined some really silly stories. Have you ever forgotten a special occasion?
No.
Have you ever? I mean, like, no? Okay, well,
No.
most people have. Mostly it's the guy's fault. I mean, let's face facts. I know I've done it before, and I've paid the price, and it's mostly the guy's fault. It really is.
I can't argue.
Can't argue. Now, of course, most men are given an opportunity to make up for it. You got to give us a chance to make up for it. We're schmucks. You got to give us a chance. For those of us who are schmucks, like me. But normally it's at the expense of their wallet. Well, Carol Lynn Stone of Pasco County, Florida.
Surprise, surprise.
Pasco County. I wrestled in Pasco County when I was a pro wrestler several times, including Connor, who is with the Ascension in the WWE. We had a great match. It was Headbutt Mania. He headbutt me, I headbutt him, he headbutt me.
You're losing me again like
and
the basketball.
And the rednecks went wild. Pasco County Fair, ye fucking ha. Love you guys in Pasco. But she wasn't giving her man any time for any of that. The 35-year-old Zephyr Hills resident, Zephyr Hills, I love that town, didn't think it was a cold shoulder and the couch would cut it. Nope. She went straight for the smackdown, literally. See?
Again with the literally.
Again with the wrestling.
Pick a new word.
Again with the wrestling.
Yep.
She attacked her husband, name not reported, wonder why, smacking the victim multiple times in the head and face, and he recorded it on his phone for proof. And then she pushed him to the ground and when he forgot their wedding. Okay, and she pushed him to the ground when he forgot their wedding anniversary. One reason why I don't get married. One less thing to worry about. She admitted to police that she flipped out when he forgot, so technically she got a present. An arrest on charges of misdemeanor domestic battery. And guys, now your phone is your best friend because your wife's in jail.
Let me tell you something. I love how it says that his name is not reported when they report her name and they said she beat up her husband. So everybody in that town is like, we know who that is. You don't have to not tell us who his name is. We know who he is.
Yeah, I get the feeling that all the people, it's Caroline down the street, or Carolyn. Carol Lynn down the street, you know her, right?
And
yeah.
It's Carol Lynn.
Yeah.
It's not Carolyn.
Right.
Like one name, Carolyn.
It's Carol Lynn.
It's like that Ted guessing the name of the girl, with Tammy Lynn,
God.
Jamie Lynn, Susie Lynn.
Yeah, or if you're in Texas, it's Arlene, Shirlene, Maybelline, all kinds. Yeah, it's definitely regional. So yeah, there you go. Bitches be crazy.
I guess so.
I guess. I not that I go around calling women bitches. By the way, that's disrespectful of you young people that are watching at home. Both of you.
There's worse names you could call them.
There's like, see you next Tuesday.
Charisma, uniqueness, nerve, and talent.
And on that note, once again, kids, don't forget. For those of you who aren't listening and paying attention, what's the name of the city in the hamburger story, the first story in RUFKM? Just the name of the city. You don't need to. They weren't paying attention, and I was glad you only said, yeah, it's in Oregon. See, I have the copy right here, and you could look, but no. So, in order to win tickets to the wait, I've got to get this right because it's
Fat, Drunk, and Stupid tour?
Fat, no, not Fat, Drunk, and Stupid.
Wow, sorry.
That's no way to go through life, son. No, it's Fresh, Drunk, and Stoned.
There we go.
There's an F word in Fat, Drunk, and Stupid. Fresh, Drunk, and Stoned. Yeah, okay. But Fresh, Drunk, and Stoned, hosted by Fat Chops, Mr. Cardena. We love you. You know that. Come back on the show. And that's Wednesday night, April 4th at the West Palm Beach Improv. And I believe that besides the good friend, another friend of the show, Matt Bellick, or is it Bellick? I think it's Bellick. It's going to be 5 awesome comedians that I know of, 3 of which whom I've seen. So it's going to be a real laugh. It's going to be a real hoot. And judging from the name of the show, I guess you can come in fresh, drunk, and stoned if you want. So pipe in the chat room. Or pipe in via, you know what? I'll even let you go so far as to pipe in before What do you got? 8 minutes till 9 o'clock. You can pipe in via 9 o'clock. Pipe in via the message board or the message room for the Gonzo Radio Show. And before you go, once again, make sure you're watching for all the updates on what's going to happen in the show. The Gonzo Radio group, the Gonzo Radio fan page. You can see me, Richard Gonzo Saligny, on Facebook. You can follow me, Gonzo Radio 777, on the Twitter, Gonzo Radio Show on Instagram. Go to Instagram and go to the Gonzo Radio Show at Gonzo Radio Show on Instagram. Follow me there, because I put a lot of the fun memes and stuff you see here. I end up posting, so you get a little preview of what the fun stuff that's going to happen on the show. It keeps you up to date with all the Gonzo-ness. And I don't know, any parting words?
Just go and like Good Karma on Facebook, and go and adopt a dog from Good Karma.
And what are you going to do about your dog problem?
Oh, what, Sheldon?
Well, I mean, you're a dogaholic, right?
Oh, my dogaholic problem? Well, you know.
Well, don't forget Sheldon the Wonder Pup also.
That's right.
Sheldon the Wonder Pup on Instagram.
Sheldon the Wonder Pup on Instagram. I'm sorry, we have not been keeping up our count as of late. As you know, Gonzo, Sheldon's a little bit... I don't want to say under the weather. He's been
drinking.
He's had a little surgery. He's had a little back surgery. Had a little back problem. He's a little. All his pictures right now are just him lying around doing nothing. So it's not really that exciting on his Instagram right now.
Drugs.
He's on a lot of drugs. I know what happens to me when I take 5 milligrams of Valium, and how this dog is even walking around. I have no idea. So.
Well, he's Mr. Energetic. We know that. So, and get well, Sheldon.
Thanks.
Okay, well, on behalf of myself and Elisa, go ahead, Dogaholic. Show everybody Dogaholic.
Dogaholic.
Show everybody your boobs.
Dogaholic.
Boobs, Dogaholic. Yes. Thanks for watching. We'll see you again next week as the bugs continue to be worked out more and more and more and more. Let's see. What are we going to send you out with? We'll send you out. Well, actually, we're just going to send you out with the logo. So I'm Big Daddy Gonzo, and we'll catch you guys next week. Peace.